So Bohemia is a beast. That's what we learned. Bohemia is probably going to be in the top rankings for most of the demographic categories, probably within the next like 10 to 20 turns. I really didn't think they were going to take both German cities, but they did, and that's huge. Let's not also forget about the second big winner out of the collapse of Germany, and that was Prussia. Prussia is looking real good right now, really good. And actually, I am probably forgetting the fact that Prussia could be the one that takes out Bohemia. This is where the border is going to start to get really interesting, very tense, and very interesting if none of these two civs collapse within the next like 10 to 20 turns. If they can stable out their empires, grow these cities a little bit more that they just captured, and not lose any military units, not get involved in any dumb conflicts, they will be the big two powers, I think. And I think a lot of focus of the series will be around Prussia versus Bohemia. Okay, so we've got Morocco versus the Moors, interestingly enough. There's another thing that popped up. There's actually a few wars that are occurring. Portugal versus Morocco. Carthage after Portugal and Byzantium. Nothing will happen out of that. I believe I did skip over a conflict or two. But yeah, conflicts are taking place all over the place. France is still at war with a lot of people. But again, I think France is going to be okay. I do think France is going to be okay. The Celts really can't do much. And the Celts are actually losing units because they're sending them after dumb wars. Come on, Iceland. You can do it, buddy. There's going to be nice Iceland, nice little lands, nice little tundra land waiting for you very soon. I believe in you. I believe in you. You can do this. Finland not expanding. That's disappointing. Would have liked to have seen Finland do a little bit more. Especially with Eastern Europe being so up for grabs. Russia isn't consolidating. They're not going crazy. The Huns aren't either. But at a certain point, usually the AI tends to turn it on. Is Assyria going for the Huns? What are you doing, Assyria? The Umayyads, I'm also watching, of course, the Umayyads, the Assyrians, Egypt's, they're all to be watched. Kind of keeping in mind that they could be a power one day. Songhai not doing well. I don't know why they're growing big time, but they're not widening. AIs don't tend to play tall that well. They play wide very well, though. Get lots and lots of bonuses. Those are the civs that you've got to be worried about. Okay, so France is going to be going after Belgium. I believe Switzerland is also in this war. The Celts are for sure. So is Sardinia Piedmont. And I think right now you're seeing such a divided modern-day France that's why Napoleon himself is able to kind of keep a hold of this really scattered empire. Very, very scattered. I don't think he's going to be able to keep a hold of it too long into the future, though. If he doesn't start to grab certain cities, he's going to be putting himself in a tough spot. He's got to get rid of the Norman capital. That hurts. Actually, I don't know. That's going to really put him in more trouble. Because then he's going to have a coastal city along the English Channel, which is not going to make any of the three cities, or three civs that are, have stakes for the English Channel happy. The Celts, Scotland, and the British are all kind of fighting for control of this passage. So it's kind of an interesting place to look out for. Turn 165. And what does Bohemia do next? Clearly Bohemia is thinking. Some great person just launched. It looks like. Let's check on the demographics. How many civs are still left? There's 45 civs left. Wow. So a lot of nations have been destroyed. I didn't realize that many nations have been destroyed. Carthage and Greece. We've got, that's going to help out France a lot. The Dutch going after Brussels. Although most of their military units are along Rotterdam, this is not going to be super easy for them. This will not be easy. Okay, so Bohemia and Prussia, they're staying out of wars. They're both relaxing, which is what they needed to do. Ooh, Egypt and Carthage. The Umayyad and Songhai. That's a weird one. Yeah, Cairo is ready. Cairo's ready to go. And Carthage isn't so much. Carthage is more of a naval civ. They're more looking at the Mediterranean, the Eastern Mediterranean. They're not ready to fight a continental war on Africa. Definitely not. Greece might be really... Ooh. You kind of done goofed. I'm sorry, not Greece. Egypt. Oh, man. That was not the right decision. Egypt had a really good opportunity of taking over most of Carthage, and then they declared a second war on the Umayyad. That's going to make this so much harder. So much harder. They might still expand. They might still take a city or two from both civs, but yeah, you'll be fighting a two-front war, which is not easy for an AI to do. Vandals really growing the city on Sicily. We've got France getting up another wonder. Milan looking for another spot here, and bam. Okay, so there's a race for Brussels. Now, Belgium will continue to survive just north of Scotland. They went after modern-day Scotland. Kind of a smart choice. I'm surprised nobody else did that. Yeah, so they've got 2 cities up here. We'll see if the great and powerful Iceland decides to do anything about it. Sardinia, Piedmont versus Portugal. That's interesting. There might be something that comes out of that. Okay, so France now just declared war on Norman. We've got Rome going after Portugal and Shanghai going after Portugal. People don't like Portugal. We'll see if the Moors or Spain decides to do something about this. Let's also check in on our one and only almighty Florence. They've really expanded. Look at their border growth. Like, that's crazy. They must get some sort of bonus for that because this is insane border growth. That's crazy. Well, they only really have one place to grow, so maybe that's just where the AI's deciding to grow their borders. Bohemia going after the British. Scotland also after the British. Okay, so here's the second war for the British Isles. France, again. France, you just got out of a coalition. This is a ballsy move by this AI. Very ballsy move. Are the Celts after Normandy? The British and Sweden. Sweden's going to try something. Kievan. Sweden, Kievan. Sweden's not going to be able to do anything. No one's consolidated on Scandinavia just yet. Still very up for grabs. Very much up for grabs. I mean, I would say Finland's going to just invade it and start taking cities over. Probably by the late game. Somebody outside of Scandinavia. If they don't kind of get their stuff together here. That's what I think might happen. And nothing has happened with Brussels. Brussels still going strong. I mean, I don't know what the Dutch are doing. There's a little bit of rough terrain here, and there is a lot of rivers, so that's making things a little bit difficult, but France does have their musketeers. And the Celts will be going for this. Again, if the Celts can grab this, that would be huge. So big if the Celts can grab that city. Hittites, what are you guys doing? We've got Hungary and few wonders being built. Hungary and Bavaria building up a wonder. It looks like Assyria is moving through Hunnic territory. I don't think the Assyrians are going after the Huns. I don't think they would do that, right? There's no way. The Ottomans in Rome. Why? Okay, so that's a weird one, but the Ottomans are looking weak. Probably that's probably why. The Umayyads and the Huns. The Umayyads are probably expanding. They're probably too expansive, and they don't have the military to defend it all, so AI see that. And they're like, hey, let's just try to declare this war and just see what happens, right? Screw it. Let's just see what happens. Sardinia probably going to begin their siege of Porto, but I don't think it's going to go super well. The Celts have landed. Are the Celts at peace with France? I don't think they are. Russia going after Kievan. The Ottomans and Arabia. Arabia stayed really quiet, but they've got 3 cities now. Not bad. It's tough because there's nothing really in the Arabian desert that they can do much with. Brussels now in the yellow. Okay, so here we go. Who takes it over? Now, France is really distracted. They're fighting several different fronts. They're fighting Normandy, the British, and Belgium. I think they might be still fighting Sardinia, Piedmont. Maria's #1 in technology by 4? How? that is out of nowhere. Assyria #2. Tuscany well, Tuscany's tied still in second place. France tied for second place. And Finland tied for second place. That is crazy. Who's lowest on the list? Who's not doing so well? Iceland, oh, that's sad. Hittites, the Ottomans, Kievan. Egypt, not doing well in terms of technology. That's really surprising. Umayyad, Morocco. Attila. Oh, the Celts. Oh, that's gonna be the demise of the Celts. They've got all these cities. Yeah, because they've got all these cities and they don't have that much population, and that's really hurting their science. I think this is gonna go to France, and if it does, that's gonna be huge. If it doesn't, it's gonna keep the Benelux territory a little bit more divided, a little bit balanced, I guess you could say. And here's the thing. That's the thing, is we haven't talked about Bohemia and Prussia within this episode, in terms of a conflict at least. Bohemia's gone after the British, but that doesn't count. No immediate border conflict has taken place between these two civs. They're growing a lot in strength. Trust me. They're probably growing a lot in strength. Oh, you know what? Prussia is still going after. It looks like, are they still going after Moscow? It looks like they are. They might be, and that's not good. It was the Netherlands. Okay, so that's going to continue to keep Western Europe balanced. Now, Rome needs this city. I'm sorry, France needs the city, not Rome. I don't know. Well, I guess Rome could use it, right? But yeah. Switzerland and the Moors going after Milan. Milan's not doing so well, but no one's going to take over Milan. It's too compact. Maybe Scandinavia. I'm sorry, maybe Sardinia. Scandinavia. I'm saying some weird stuff right now. Drew, just stop talking. Just gonna have to zip it for the rest of this episode and just look at everything. Yep. All right. So the Porto siege is beginning, but I don't think anything will happen from it. Like I said, it looks like the Celts are gonna take this. To be honest. Yeah, it does. Okay, so the Celts will move next. Ooh. Is Scotland after Normandy too? Belgium is at peace. Egypt's captured the first Carthaginian city. We'll see what the Umayyads do about that. Okay, so who goes first? It is the Celts. Oh my gosh. The Celts have 5 cities now. Again, though, I didn't realize they were that behind in literacy. That really hurts them. And this city isn't going to be that big either in terms of population. All they really can do now is just continue to take over cities and hope for the best. Yeah, at this point, that's all they can do. Now, what does France do? So France has been really unlucky. The Celts stole away the Normandy capital. Oh, I guess they can always take out Normandy completely, which would be helpful. It's gonna definitely tense up some things between Sardinia and Piedmont, though. Oh, Milan settled in Iberia. That's gonna upset some people. Yeah, that is definitely going to upset some people. How is Egypt doing? Egypt's now trying to focus its invasion over Jerusalem. Hey, that's almost in the right place, isn't it? Almost. The Umayyad have some unique units that are pretty outdated, but still, and this is still going to be a hard siege for Ramses to take. Again, these 1 tiles, that's tough. Especially if you have lots of ranged attacks as a defender. Defending a city like that. Is Prussia attacking Russia? Is Prussia attacking Russia? It looks like they kind of are, but that's not what Prussia needs to worry about. That scares me a little bit. I want to see a powerful Prussia. I don't think they realize that the Bohemians, look at this, they're starting to line the border a little bit. They're starting to kind of line this border, and if Krakow falls to Bohemia, then that's not good, because, the best case scenario, if Prussia's going to fall, then other civs will take things away. So like the Goths will join in and they'll start taking cities, or Russia will join in and start taking cities. You don't want a single civ to fall to another big civ, or else, you're screwed. I mean, that's really not good. Okay, France is going to take this one over. No one's in the way. No one's there to sneak by and take something away from them, like so far the Celts and the Dutch have in the past. Spain and Greece have peaced out, and we're going to see the fall of Normandy. So we're going to be processing at about average, civ times. Like, we're going to have about 43 civs, which is how we usually start off AI-only battles without the 60+ civ mod. All the old AI-only battles that I did. Spain and Switzerland have peaced out. Switzerland's now going after Milan, but they have kind of a chance, actually, now that I think about it. Didn't realize Milan had no or at least Milan had most of its military units destroyed. We'll see if Tuscany tries something. Come on, Florence, you got this. This is where Florence expanded in our first European battle. They grabbed like 2 or 3 cities somewhere in France and things like that. I think it was Florence took over Paris, right? Wasn't that the big reason why Florence became god? It was just out of nowhere. How is everything in Africa? About the same. Yeah, everything is about the same here. The Ottomans and the Hittites still somehow surviving. I would say watch Hungary, the Greeks, and the Goths. They all have opportunities, I think, to become great one day. They can all make their countries great again, I guess. And there goes Normandy. France at 5 cities now. Now France has a few choices now. They this definitely helps them quite a bit. It's still gonna be hard to defend this former Spanish city though, but this is a big deal for France. They could, I mean, they're gonna have a tough time. It's gonna be tough to take over the Dutch or Switzerland. You might be able to take over Sardinia, Piedmont. France, you know, even is starting to, now that I look at it, with Orleans and Barcelona both at their population, you know, France could definitely do something in the Atlantic Ocean. They might be able to build a really strong navy, and especially since the Celts are so behind in technology, maybe they could take over Ireland. So there's a lot of possibilities still left in this game. Only turn 186, so we'll be approaching turn 200 in the next video, probably passing turn 200. Arabians looking okay. The Assyrians staying quiet. We've got Portugal and Sardinia piecing out. Prussia now starting to relax a little bit more. Prussia also building more. I didn't realize they had 2 cities along the Baltic Sea. So there's going to be interesting wars with Sweden and Finland, I think, with Prussia too. A lot of different possibilities. But anyways, guys, I think I'm going to have to stop right there. And we will pick up and see what next war breaks out. So France, the Dutch, and the Celts really doing a lot to take over some cities and consolidating their empires, and we're starting to see this become a norm throughout the map. Civs having at least 3 to 4 cities, so bigger wars will be taking place. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.